These scenarios follow a healthcare provider as she makes presumptive vaccination recommendations. We will see interactions that demonstrate the most common parental positions on vaccinations: cautious and hesitant. In each scenario, the provider enters the conversation with confidence and belief in vaccination. Regardless of the parent's position, the provider always assumes that the vaccination will occur during this visit. Again, keep in mind that the majority of parents are acceptors. Let's watch Dr. Sharma as she uses the MI Heart Set and core skills in her interaction with Ellen and 9-year-old Taylor.
I see Taylor received her COVID vaccination last month.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. It's important she's protected. So given that, she's due for just one vaccine today, her first dose of HPV. And then she'll need to get a second dose in the next 6 to 12 months, and we can schedule that before you leave. What questions, if any, do you have?
Today? She's only 9 years old. She's way too young.
You think she's too young?
She's only 9. Is it even safe for someone her age?
It is safe. The HPV vaccine has been extensively studied, and it's been administered for over 16 years now. We made the decision at our practice to give the HPV vaccine to 9 and 10-year-olds because the evidence shows that younger kids have a stronger immune response than older teens. It would provide Taylor better protection against HPV-related cancer.
She hasn't even reached puberty. Could it hurt her fertility?
That's a great question. You're really invested in Taylor's health and development. So the HPV vaccine has been proven safe for children as young as 9 years old. In all of the years of monitoring the HPV vaccine, we know there are no serious side effects, including any negative impact on fertility. In fact, there are no vaccines that affect female or male fertility.
Well, what's the harm in waiting? I know a lot of parents didn't even consider this until their kids were in high school.
Your concern is more about Taylor's young age than the vaccine itself. Your questions remind me of a conversation I had recently with another parent who said something that made a lot of sense. This dad told me that he thinks of the HPV vaccine like a bike helmet. Now, when do you ask Taylor to put on her bike helmet? Before she gets on her bike or after she crashes?
Before.
Yes, thanks, Taylor. Of course, before she gets on a bike.
Yes. You want Taylor to be prepared for whatever is to come. Now, with the benefit of a stronger immune response at her age, if she gets it now, she will be well defended from HPV-related cancer.
That does make a lot of sense. Let me think about it. I'd like to learn a little bit more about it before I make my decision. Do you have some information you could share or a website?
I do. Mary will give you an information packet about HPV before you leave today. I appreciate your thoughtfulness when it comes to decision making. We'll talk about it again the next time we meet.
In this interaction, Dr. Sharma leads with affirmations. And as Ellen expresses her concern around the HPV vaccine for her 9-year-old daughter, Taylor, Dr. Sharma uses reflections to let Ellen know she hears her concern about Taylor's young age. She also highlights the benefits to vaccination and offers space for Ellen to come to a decision. With some people, vaccine conversations can be ongoing. While Ellen doesn't accept the HPV vaccine for Taylor at this appointment, she's open to learning more about it. At the end of this scenario, Dr. Sharma sets the expectation for a future conversation. Now, it's a year later, and Ellen and Taylor are back for her 10-year well visit. Let's see how Dr. Sharma navigates a conversation with Ellen about the HPV vaccine.
Hi, Taylor. Hello, Ellen. Now, before we start Taylor's 10-year-old well visit, I wanted to follow up on our conversation about the HPV vaccine. How would you feel about Taylor receiving her first dose of HPV today?
Well, I read the information you gave me, but I'm still unsure just because she's so young.
Well, from our last conversation, it was clear you were concerned about Taylor's age rather than the vaccine itself, and that you wanted to do all you can to protect her from cancer. So getting this vaccine today is like asking her to wear her bike helmet.
Mom, you do ask me to wear my bike helmet.
Yes, I do. And of course, preventing cancer is important. It's just that there have been so many new things, COVID and flu vaccines, and now this vaccine before she's even a tween.
You're right. There are so many things to consider, and you want to do what's best for Taylor.
There's so much information. It's almost too much, and I feel pressured to make the best decision when there's so much uncertainty.
Well, I hope you know you're not alone. We can come to a decision together. I've been Taylor's doctor almost since she was born, and we know that she's responded well to every vaccine she's gotten so far.
She has.
All right, let's review the information we have about the HPV vaccine. It's one of the most well-studied vaccines, and it's been extensively tested on children her age. More importantly, it's found to be safe with no serious side effects. If she gets it now, rather than when she's an older teen, her body will have a stronger immune response, which means better protection from HPV-related cancer, and we can feel confident she's protected. So as we said before, this is the bike helmet we want her to wear to keep her safe.
Well, thanks for laying it out for me in this way. It helps me to track all the benefits of vaccination.
No, I'm glad.
What about side effects? I've heard lots of kids have reactions to this vaccine.
Well, vaccines, like any medicine, can have side effects. She may have redness or soreness at the injection site. She may have headache or tiredness, maybe some nausea. If she does experience any side effects, they're usually mild and get better in a day or two.
Okay, well, let's do it today. We're going to do it at some point. We might as well do it now when she'll be better protected.
I know this has been a difficult decision, and it's the right one.
I hope so. Thanks for your patience in talking me through all the information.
Well, I'm glad to do it. You are a dedicated and conscientious mom. I wish all the parents I work with were as thoughtful as you.
Thanks, Dr. Sharma.
Notice how Dr. Sharma leads with the vaccine conversation. She reminds Ellen of the analogy of the bike helmet that they talked about in their last meeting, highlighting the importance of preparation and protection. Through the MI Heart set of partnership, Dr. Sharma collaborates with Ellen in her decision-making process, summarizes the benefits of the HPV vaccine, and affirms her decision to vaccinate. You can learn more about Unity and find helpful resources, tools, and educational materials about vaccination and preventive health care for adolescents and young adults at our website, unity4teenvax.org.